Hey, Hawk, you racing tonight?
Shh! Keep it down. We don't want the boss to know. Sure. You coming for once?
I might just do that. Catch you later. Here they come! That's Hawk in the lead. I told you he was good.
We'll see about that.
Off me, you idiots! What the hell did I do?
Calm down. Nobody means you any harm. Hawk, this is Commander Kramer. He'll tell you what's going on.
You better. Before someone here gets hurt.
Believe me, I'm no more happy about this than you are. But we've got a serious situation and we need someone like you right now. And Tatiana here reckons you are our man.
Just why would I want to help you?
We've got something we think might interest you.
Oh, yeah?
Take a look at this. Miss Kirilova?
Let me introduce you to our latest toy.
Cool.
Welcome aboard. Now, don't touch anything and I'll take you through the instrumentation you see before you. This is the threat circle. That notch indicates north. As for its other functions, I'll demonstrate them later. The circle to your left is your scanner. Enemy units show up in red, friendly units in blue. If you ever need to review these messages, check out Aquila's message log in the pause menu.
All systems nominal.
You have two primary controls. One determines the direction of travel, and the other changes which way Aquila faces. Okay, Hawk, I want you to maneuver the battle engine to the area marked on your HUD. Notice how objectives that you are given are marked as yellow dots on your scanner. Now make your way to the firing range for target predators. I'll mark the location on your HUD again. In a moment, we're going to activate your weapon systems. Here is your weapon indicator. This shows you what weapon is currently selected. It also allows you to keep track of its temperature or remaining ammo level. The IS-5 pulse cannon is your primary weapon. It can be fired rapidly or charged up to release a larger round. Now destroy the 3 tents and that building marked on your HUD. As an energy weapon, it never runs out of ammo, but it can overheat. It is most effective against enemy vehicles or buildings. Fire Vulcan cannon. It has limited target tracking facilities, so it's really easy to use. There are 3 trucks nearby. Try the Vulcan cannon on them. You have limited ammo with this one, and it's only really effective against infantry or lightly armored units. Now let's see how you do against a few moving targets. Track them down using your scanner. Pick your targets carefully and don't damage the surrounding buildings. Aquila is also fitted with a zoom control. You can use this to get a closer view of targets at distance.
Local cannon.
In walker mode or enable you to fly in jet mode. It will regenerate whilst you're on the ground. This is your armor level. As Aquila takes damage, the protective plating gets destroyed. If this gauge reaches 0, then you're in big trouble. Aquila can also perform emergency dodge maneuvers. Rapidly moving left and right will cause her to dash right. That fighter is going to attack. Try using those moves to avoid these incoming missiles. Incoming missiles show up as triangles on the threat circle. Triangles on the left of the circle are missiles to your left, and so on.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Incoming missile.
Not to worry. I'm sure you'll pick it up in no time. Now I want you to engage jet mode and land on that island to the south. Aquila isn't designed for aquatic activities, so be careful. To land safely, transform back into walker mode over the target and use your retro thrusters to touch down softly. We're now going to send over some remote drones. Take them out again in jet mode. Need I remind you about the water? In jet mode, push forwards to accelerate and back to brake.
Micro missile.
Nicely done. Bring Aquila to this location for the next section. This is a repair pad. If ever you need repairs or ammunition, simply stand Aquila on top of this pad and wait. You might find these next rounds a little more tricky. We've activated their weapon system. In a combat situation, making Aquila stray sideways makes you a considerably harder target to hit.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Energy low.
Excellent work. I think we're done for now. Bring Aquila back here. We've got some diagnostics to run.
Energy low.
Not a bad little run for your first time out. What can I say? You're a natural. Now get some rest. Tomorrow's a long day.
How'd I do?
Not bad for a first time out. Not bad at all.
Sir, we've lost contact with High Command.
Strange. Have you run diagnostics on all systems?
Yes, sir. It seems like our signal is being jammed by an external...
About 3, no, 4 unknown contacts on approach vector. They're coming in fast, sir.
It's an attack. Sound battle stations and get me some air support up there on the double.
General, our forces have started their attack run. It looks like we've caught them completely by surprise. Their base doesn't stand a chance.
Looks like they're after the facilities. Protect the research center.
Enemy contact! Muspel landers are deploying tanks! Going to red alert. Hawk, see what you can do to help our forces, but keep Aquila in one piece at all costs. Don't let those enemy forces get into our base. We're dispatching a squad of sabers to help you. Stay behind our tanks and let them do the bulk of the work. You're not ready for combat just yet, son.
Incoming missile.
hospital again, and they found another pilot.
You said it had all been taken care of. Don't you dare disappoint me again.
We've had communications breakdowns across the board. Reports are sketchy, but they suggest that, as of this morning, Muspel forces have staged a major invasion of our territory. We're still trying to find out exactly what happened. In the meantime, we've been ordered to move the battle engine to the firebase on Apollo.
But we haven't finished the testing program, sir.
High Command is aware of that. Facilities are being set up on Apollo to enable your team to continue the testing process. In the meantime, I want everything packed up and ready to go by 0400. Now let's move it, people!
I got 2 bandits incoming. Support from Apollo is coming, but a couple of minutes away. You got to get that thing out of here and keep them off us.
You got it.
Hey, Hawk! I'm in the last transport with the rest of Aquila's support equipment. Keep them off us, will you?
Enemy fighters are going after the transports. Don't let them get anywhere near. We're being shot at. It looks like the firebase is under attack as well. See what you can do to help. Alpha transport is going down. 4 enemy landers have been sighted to the southeast of the firebase. We're being shot at. Looks like we've lost beta transport. We're being shot at.
Don't forget to keep an eye on Aquila's energy levels and steer clear of the water, Hawk. All enemy forces to the west of the firebase have been destroyed.
No time for celebration, son. There are still enemy forces to the east of the firebase. At least we've got enough of the transports to the base.
depleted. Pulse cannon augmented. Ammunition. Pulse cannon augmented.
It looks like that's about it for the invaders. Good job, everyone.
Listen up, son. We've suspected this invasion was on the cards for a while now. We hoped we'd have a little more time to prepare, but I guess that's not the case.
Take a look at this footage, Hawk. This is Lieutenant Louis Carver. He was one of our test pilots in the Battle Engine program. He was certainly the most promising candidate and got to grips with the control in no time at all.
That first blast took out the remainder of the test pilots. Carver made it out past the perimeter. We can only assume he's gone over to the Muspel. His treachery did a pretty good job of screwing us over, and thanks to the specialized nature of the controls, we couldn't just get any jet jock to step in. That's why Miss Kirilova put your name forward as a potential candidate.
Me? But I'm not military. Wasn't there anyone else?
No. I've seen you run those loaders. Face it, Hawk, you're natural.
Believe you me, son, I ain't happy about a Civ running around in our hardware, but it's the only choice we have. There's a lot of people counting on you right now, so we're gonna back you up any way we can.
Right.
We're under attack. Enemy airstrike to the south. Enemy ground forces have been spotted to the southeast. Looks like they mean business. Okay, son. Help our boys defend the firebase. Go after the bombers. Don't let them get to the base. We're picking up several other larger targets to the east. Looks like landers.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Incoming missile.
That's the last of the bombers.
Incoming missile. Engine low. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Engine low. Incoming missile. Incoming missile.
We're under attack. Enemy airstrike to the south. Enemy ground forces have been spotted to the southeast. Looks like they mean business. Okay, son. Help our boys defend the firebase. Go after the bombers. Don't let them get to the base. We're picking up several other larger targets to the east. Looks like landers. That's the last of the bombers.
Incoming teaser. Grenade.
At last, the air supports arrived. Hang back and let the bombers do their work. Any enemy fighters won't their backs though.
Grenade. Pulse cannon.
We're under attack. Enemy airstrike to the south. Enemy ground forces have been spotted to the southeast. Looks like they mean business.
Vulcan cannon.
Okay, son. Help our boys defend the firebase. Go after the bombers. Don't let them get to the base. We're picking up several other larger targets to the east. Looks like landers.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Incoming missile.
That's the last of the bombers.
Energy low.
That's the last of the bombers.
Energy low. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Incoming missile.
At last, the air support's arrived. Hang back and let the bombers do their work. Keep any enemy fighters off their backs, though.
Overheating. Vulcan cannon. Augmented. Energy low.
Oh, well done, son. Looks like there might be a place for you in this man's army yet.
Our scouts have detected a large enemy force heading this way. The orders come through to get the civilians off this island. We need all available forces for our defense here, so it looks like you've got escort duty.
I'll come with you. We can continue our research on the way.
Sir, we got unknown contacts. Looks like they're heading for the transports.
Get Hulk in the air immediately!
An enemy battleship has been sighted on an intercept course. Air support is on the way. Keep that battleship away from the transports. Enemy fighters approaching from the southwest.
With no land messes, flight energy is critical. Be prepared to land on anything.
Marshal here. We're taking damage. The guns on that battleship could obliterate the convoy. Take them out, son. We're taking a pounding here! An enemy battleship has been sighted on an intercept course.
Air support is on the way. Keep that battleship away from the transports.
Enemy fighters approaching from the southwest.
With no land messes, flight energy is critical. Be prepared to land on anything.
Marshal here. We could use some air support, sir.
The guns on that battleship will obliterate the convoy. Take them out, son.
Incoming missile. Energy low. Incoming warhead.
battleship has been sighted on an intercept course. Air support is on the way. Keep that battleship away from the transports. Enemy fighters approaching from the southwest.
With no land masses, flight energy is critical. Be prepared to land on anything.
Marshal here. We're taking damage. The guns on that battleship could obliterate the convoy. Nice work on those guns, son. That battleship is turning tail. Plus escort to the south. Looks like they're after the transports.
Incoming missile. 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 Engine low. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Engine low. Incoming missile. Micro missiles. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Incoming missile.
An enemy battleship has been sighted on an intercept course. Air support is on the way. Keep that battleship away from the transports. Enemy fighters approaching from the southwest.
With no land masses, flight energy is critical. Be prepared to land on anything.
Marshal here. We could use some air support, sir. The guns on that battleship could obliterate the convoy. Take them out, sir.
Overheating. 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 Vulcan Canada.
Nice work on those guns, son. That battleship is turning tail. The air support's arrived! 2 groups of fighters to the north! Excellent work, son. That battleship never got picking up a group of bombers plus escort to the south. Looks like they're after the transports.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile.
We've lost the transport.
Incoming missile.
We've lost the transport. Entire convoy. What were you thinking?
Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Incoming missile.
We've lost the transport.
Incoming missile.
We've lost the transport.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Ammunition depleted. Energy low.
Looks like it's plain sailing from here. Nice work, son.
Listen up, son. We're pleased with the way you're handling the battle engine. It looks like it's time to make it all official, so we're assigning you to a military unit. This is Major Lorenzo of the Wildcards.
The Colonel's been telling me a lot about you, kid. Welcome to the hottest unit in the whole damn war. Lieutenant Tara Fox and Second Lieutenant Billy Casbah, 2 of the finest pilots we have. Listen to what they have to say, and you'll do well.
Welcome to the Ventura. Sit back and we'll show you how the Navy gets things done. Firebase Apollo here. Enemy forces have completely surrounded us. He's gone. We're being shot at. You heard the man, son. Get over to the firebase and see what you can do. Sit tight, Apollo. We're on our way.
With the air carrier as your backup, you should have no trouble clearing this island.
Being shot at.
Energy low.
Target eliminated. This is the Ventura. We are holding station directly over the firebase. Another large enemy force is approaching. It looks like those fighters are heading straight for us. Get the battle engine airborne and see what you can do about those fighters.
Overheating. Open